Hey, what's up, guys? I'm talking with my good friend and buddy Dale Marshall. I thought it would be cool if we recorded this conversation so that you can hear the transparency in my transition in terms of branding and becoming a better person and identifying with who I am and what is important and what is not important. So I got my creative director and best friend Dale Marshall, and he's on FaceTime. You guys can't see him, but you can hear him,
Yeah,
and
man.
we're just keeping it 100. Yeah, Dale,
Yes.
as you were saying.
Yeah, so that's the reason. I think, what was the question you asked just now?
like
Um,
do you ever go through that whole thought process of as as in what really matters, as how you're gonna communicate what you're really trying to say.
exactly. Like, for instance, the shoot that we did, that's the example I was given.
Yeah, right, right.
It was easy for me to post or to take pictures
With
or to
me.
be
Oh,
creative in that space because everything was aligned, as they would say.
right,
Everybody was looking sharp. The
right,
lighting was perfect, the backdrop,
right,
everything. The location for the shoot was perfect. And
right.
for me, personal opinion, I was just a certain way to to carry out the message that
To
has been
communicate that message, yeah.
exactly communicate that message that I've been telling you about, which is, of course, always look the part and all that stuff. So for me, it was easy for me to grab content that day, right?
Right,
And that's one of the reasons why I don't post as much.
right.
If you look at my Instagram, it has to look a certain way before it even
Before
goes
you
up.
put it out.
Yeah, and that's just me personally. If
Right,
I know for sure like the content is not good,
right,
I'm not posting. And then two, what helps me a lot is that I'm not in the race to post content.
right.
I prefer to go slow and sure and have the quality, something that stays around for a while, not to hurry and post and stuff like that, and then it
Then it's
doesn't.
trash.
Exactly. So going back to the original question, yes, these are things that I personally sit and think about.
Yeah.
It's if
Because like for me, right? For me,
yeah,
for like I'm in the business of adding value, right? Both
yeah,
of us, right? We're in
yeah,
the business of adding value. I think sometimes you get caught up in creating content and
yeah.
then you
There's
don't focus on if the content is actually adding value.
yeah, helping somebody. That is
And I find it's quality
well.
plays a
Let me
major.
tell you this: if you as an individual don't understand the purpose of something, you're gonna abuse it. You're gonna overuse it, right?
Right, correct.
Like, you get what I'm saying, right? So if you
Yeah,
don't understand what your purpose is, your reason for being on social media is,
right.
right, you're gonna abuse
Exactly. It's gonna be a mess.
exactly.
Yeah,
Because some people post some stuff, and then it also goes back to personality and stuff like
right,
that. It has nothing. You can't learn anything
right.
from that. And we spoke about that a couple weeks ago when I told you. I said, hey, like some people put up some really nice pictures and stuff like that, but it's just
It has
nothing,
no meaning to it.
no
and
meaning.
then and then the flip side of it too is like what I'm talking about with pushing this new company
Yeah,
is that even before I could tell people why talk about a product that you don't represent
exactly,
or you don't embody on a daily basis, right?
exactly.
Like why talk beyond your experience.
Especially, well, why talk beyond your experience? That's an age old question that would like here. When you see people talking beyond their experience, is more than likely it's to impress people that they don't like.
That's true.
Most of the times, right?
That's true.
If you see a guy that's honest about where he is in terms of his craft and stuff like that, he's more likely to win or
Yeah,
to stay around the longest. For instance, let's create a scenario. Let's just say a singer that doesn't take critique or thinks he's the best or whatever the case may be or
right.
whatever,
1000%.
like, he's not going to be around for a long time,
Yeah,
right? Guy that is humble and is always asking for opinion, like, hey, how can I get better?
yeah.
How can I serve you better? I'm willing to learn. I want to know this. He's more likely to kind of have a lot of long lasting relationship with fans
That's
and
true.
all that stuff. So yeah, man, I think the audience need to first of all to be self aware. This is something that we talk about a lot.
Yeah, self-awareness is a big man, like
Yeah, it is right. It
very
checks
important. It's very important to be self-aware.
exactly. And remember, you can't brag reality. If you're not a millionaire, you're not. Don't
You're
be
not a
afraid to say,
millionaire, right? Right.
if you don't have this, you don't have it. That's one thing that my parents for over the years have kind of drilled in our head. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not there yet, you're not there yet. It's okay. It's not. It's
And
not a
like, don't
problem.
be ashamed.
Don't be ashamed.
don't be ashamed of the process.
It's
I
the
think a
process.
lot of what's happening today is that people are genuinely afraid to show the process, and
But
in
why is that though?
and it because it's a competition thing,
Yeah. And
right?
then you gotta
We
remember.
don't want people to feel as if they're better off than us. We don't want
Mhm.
to come across as if we're not productive or successful. But the truth is that if you're in your process, you're in your process, and you can't run from that.
Exactly.
It is what it is. Like right now, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm doing Uber on the
Yeah.
side.
Of course, bro. You gotta do it.
I'm doing what I can at the side, and I'm still hustling and making connections to build my company.
Exactly.
It is what it is. That's the stage that I'm at. So
Yeah.
why come across as if you have arrived and you don't even go nowhere as yet? Like why spend like
That is true.
all right, it's like coming down to this, and you see a lot of people start talking about this is coming soon and that is coming soon. Look out for this. Look out for that. And I'm saying, man, don't tell us about it. Just do it.
Just do it. Yeah.
Don't tell us about what you're going to build. Just go ahead and build.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know, that's the type of energy you
Yeah,
should
but
be
and then
having.
too, that's kind of like a hard, like mentally, like that's a tough place for a lot of people to transition. To go
Yeah,
through. I remember most times, if you want to be extremely transparent, why
yeah,
people kind of do those things on social media and other platforms is
yeah.
to remember over the years, most people would potentially lie about their success, right?
Very
To get
true.
right,
And a lot of people have it still embraced that model and
exactly. So
missing that authenticity is what's gonna sell in
exactly,
this
brother.
era. Like you can't,
Exactly.
like you said, coming back to what you said, you can't bribe reality.
You can't bribe
Authenticity
reality.
is what sells. Be yourself. Be honest about
Exactly.
where you are, because I'm certain you be honest is gonna reach somebody who's in that same position,
Mm-hmm.
and they're looking for inspiration. I think a lot of people feel like they alone struggle,
Yeah.
like they're
Bro.
alone are in the struggle, and I think I am guilty of it. I guess sometimes, and that's something I'm
Yeah, we all
deliberately
are. We all
working
are.
on. That
Mm-hmm.
don't come across as if you're living this dream when you're really struggling sometimes to make ends meet.
Exactly.
You know, like we all on this dream
All
journey,
right.
and it
Yeah,
gets rough out here.
it's a journey, and for those who want to be honest about it, those are the people that will see it to the end and be successful. Because
Yeah,
man, come on, you can't lie about that stuff. It's gonna show up somewhere,
it's true.
right? I'm at a point where even
Yeah, that stuff is gonna
um,
show up, just like you said, bro.
yeah, it will show up because you gotta work so hard to live something that you're not, to live a life.
Yeah.
And I think,
You can see it in the content, right?
of course,
You can see it in the content, like you really not there. Like don't.
yeah, it would deplete, but it's a tough conversation to have it with a lot of quote unquote millennials, and even because we're in the creative space, a lot of
Yeah,
creative people, artists, singers, producers, wherever you are, right? The best thing you could do is to accept your shortcomings, man.
yeah, it's true.
The best thing that would save you so much stress,
Yep,
and
yep.
it would,
Yep,
it would,
and it provides a platform for growth, right? It positions you for growth.
yeah.
Coming back to self awareness, right?
The awareness, man,
And
is the key.
of course, like we always say, self awareness is not just focusing on your strengths, but
It's
it's
a week.
also accepting your weaknesses and understand that you're gonna need to connect with somebody who's
Somebody to
gonna
help you.
compensate for those weaknesses.
Mhm.
You know,
That is very,
this is a perfect compensation relationship, right?
very, very much so, and it's been
I'm
happening
very
for
creative
years.
in terms of these crazy ideas, but then you can come and put things into perspective. Like, no,
Yep.
E praise, no,
That's,
E, they ain't gonna work. You can't. I see what you're doing, but you got to do it like this.
yeah,
You know, it's about executing the product and making the product better.
better.
I'm not
Yeah.
doing trash.
And then too, everything that you put out, remember, it goes towards your personal brand, right?
Right,
It goes directly to your personal brand. Every
right,
time you post something, or every time you write an article or something, wrong
right.
spelling, right spelling, everything goes to your personal
Everything.
brand. So
Like
if
that's
that's
been
the
a
case,
situation I've been personally working on when it comes because this typo stuff on the phone gets to me all the time.
yes, sir.
So, but the good thing about it is that like people would hit me up and be like, "Hey man, just trying to help.
Yeah,
I noticed you spell such and such wrong, or grammatically you put the wrong comma there or something, And I honestly tell them like, hey, thank you so much. And anytime you
Of
see
course.
something like that again,
Let me know,
message
please.
me and let me know because that's the area that I'm personally working on.
Yeah.
I'm personally working on. So and of course you have to be putting out that type of energy for people not to feel like you're not approachable.
Exactly.
You understand?
That, my
You have
my
to be putting out that energy.
my thing is my thing. No, that is so true. My thing is whenever I go to events and stuff like that, you speak to everybody,
Yeah.
right? Don't isolate yourself as the one, because in reality, none
Yo,
of us in our circle
that's
we
real
close
talk.
to half. Like we're not there yet, so no
Yeah.
need to lie about that stuff. But
Yeah.
you engage everybody, because if you go through life with that approach of every experience is a learning experience, or every time I meet somebody I could learn something or look
Yeah.
forward to something from somebody, you're gonna go in such a far away,
Yeah.
right? Because it's gonna put you now. You're gonna be playing offense, right?
Yeah.
There's no defensive move. You don't have to like protect all of that stuff. So
Right. 1,000%.
um, yeah, man, it's a great thing. Self awareness. I mean, we could talk for hours about that.
Yeah, we can. We can. We can.
Um,
Yeah. But yo,
but
Dale, thank you for
yeah, no problem,
you know what I
bro.
mean for advice and guys, we just wanted you to hear this is our daily this is basically our daily maybe four times a week.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, and we're gonna let you guys in on some of the conversations so you guys can just sit and hear us keep it 100. Sometimes you may hear they're yelling at me.
Hey,
Sometimes you may hear me crying. But it's all part of the process to get
all
better.
part of the
It's
process, man.
about keeping it 100. So